As you can see, a great crowd on hand, sat through some light rain. The sun came out in the second half to see the Panthers and the Guelphi. First half, Parma setting the tone at the 30. Anthony Paletti over the middle to David Volpe, just a 17-year-old, and he scores the first touchdown of the game. Panthers take the lead. Now, Parma plays good defense. Andrea Fimiani to Gerbino, but Alexis Ramos, the hit, pops three, and Marcello Leone had an interception earlier, recovers the fumble as the Panthers force 4 turnovers, and that takeaway leading to 6 more points. Paletti to Thomas Fanari, a 40-year-old veteran. We had a 17-year-old and a 40-year-old scoring. Panthers up 2 touchdowns. Later in the half, Panthers deep in Guelphi territory, handoff to Ryan Minetti, picks his way through traffic, a 22-yard score. Parma up 21-0 at the half. The defending champions needing some momentum. In the third quarter, they get a big swing as Andrew McElroy intercepts Paletti's pass, gets down to the sideline to put the Guelphi in good field position. You know, it's difficult to keep an Art Briles offense out of the end zone. And after that takeaway, Gerbino scores. Guelphi down 14. Gerbino had a second touchdown, but too much. Parma. Minetti, 2 rushing scores. Parma wins it 29-13. 6th league title for the Panthers, 2nd in 3 years. Justin Feldkamp is joined by a pair of champions.
We are with the champion coach and the game's MVP, Brian McKitty, and Alexis Ramos, draped in a Mexican flag. He's a Mexican-American over to Italy, back into the U.S., and now he is a champion. I'll start with you, Brian. You guys said that you had unfinished business. When you guys got here, you weren't just pleased to get here. You were going to do your best to win, and you guys delivered in so many ways in this championship game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think anywhere during the season there was anything less than a goal to win. And, you know, we stumbled out of the gates, but this is a great group of guys who really stuck with it. And immediately after the first game, they really, you know, they mentally stayed strong. We regrouped. We still kind of had a rough first 3 weeks, and then we came out after the first big break, and we took off. And since then, our confidence has soared, and we were really believing in ourselves, believing in our identity, and I'm really happy and really proud of how these guys have grown and what they've done, and then that we could finish it off here.
It was important. The #1 ranked defense, Parma, the game's MVP goes to a defensive player, a linebacker, Alexis, and congratulations to you. You guys forced 4 turnovers. You guys just had a nose for the ball, knocked it loose. You guys seem to be in the right place at the right time all 4 quarters.
Yeah, so, you know, Coach Brian right here, he does a great job with the game plan, just putting players in position to make plays. And, you know, I'm so grateful to be surrounded by such a great, talented players alongside on the defense. And, you know, everybody made a play. So, you know, it's fun when you're playing and everybody's making a play. Everybody's celebrating everyone's success. So I feel like we're very energetic today, and we came out, you know, swinging.
To be honest, we're very much like a Midwest Ohio type team. We're quiet. We show up. We're hard nosed. We strap up to go to work. And you know, one of the things that we focused on was, you know, maintaining focus, because we felt like we were more prepared. We felt like we were the better team. Ignore the noise and control your emotions so you can execute. In that we would come out on top. And the guys did that.
It's fitting that you say a Midwest Ohio team. You're from Fairfield, just outside of Cincinnati. Your first ever coach, from when you were 8 years old to 11 years old, Coach Handy, was in attendance, and you definitely made him proud, didn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, there's elements from when I was 8 to 11 years old when I played for him that these guys see or feel in practice, and they don't even know it. And so it meant a lot, actually, that he was there, because that guy has had a huge impact on me, and he probably never even knows it. And it's one of those things, I think, when you think about coaching and you think about what you're doing, you have a result on the field, but you also want to result the group and the men. You want to make them grow. And I feel like what he did for me, laying out a toughness both physically and mentally, and the type of football that I had even when I was at a very young age has helped me all the way through life. And certainly you see a result of that on the field today.
Congratulations to head coach Brian McKitty and to Alexis Ramos, the game's MVP as a defensive dynamo for the Parma Panthers, the champions of the IFL. Congrats to both of you. Thank you for joining us. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Now, if you've read John Grisham's novel set in the Italian Football League, Playing for Pizza, you know the Cleveland Browns play an integral role in the plot of that book. Mason Lowry and Nick Ide have more on the plot of this game.
Well, the first ever Italian Bowl to be played outside of Italy is in the books. And Nick Ide, I think you have to call this day and this entire week, really, an unqualified success.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. A dream come true for these players, for these Italian teams to play in the Glass Bowl. First time outside of the country, in the state, in the country where the sport was born. And what a great game.
If you've been following the IFL on BCSN all season, you know that this is a Parma Panthers team and organization. They really hang their hat on their defensive ability, and boy, did they bare their teeth today. They forced 4 Guelphi turnovers. That defense, anchored by Alexis Ramos, was outstanding.
Yeah, rightfully so. Alexis Ramos, we could see it kind of happening at halftime, the way he was dominating the game. He kept it up in the second half, and hats off to Brian McKitty, the defensive coordinator and head coach for the Parma Panthers. He has been the only coach this season to figure out how to stop the Florence Guelphi, and they did it again in the Italian Bowl.
Well, and he made a great offensive decision as well. He benches Tommaso Minardi, the Italian quarterback, brings back the recently injured Anthony Pauletti, made that decision on Thursday night. Pauletti was terrific today, a Willis Reed-esque performance, if you will. He throws a couple of touchdown passes. He was terrific on the ground. He really saved the day offensively.
He did. Another worthy MVP candidate. I think you have to give it to Ramos because the bigger challenge was how do we stop this Guelphi offense. They caused turnovers. He made that first fumble, and it was a big deal, and it helped them very much.
This was an awesome season in the Italian Football League. It ended with a wonderful championship game here at the Glass Bowl. I think the fans really enjoyed themselves. I hope we can do this again.
I'm with you.
So the Parma Panthers, the Italian champions for 2023, we'll send it back to you.